In June 1752, Benjamin Franklin, at 46, walked into a field near Philadelphia with a daring plan. He carried only a ball of twine, a metal key, and a kite, keeping his experiment a secret from everyone but his son. Franklin aimed to prove the connection between lightning and electricity, forces that were both mysterious and terrifying. 2 years earlier, he had written detailed plans for an experiment involving an iron pole and glass jars to store energy. His proposal was reprinted in European journals, sparking interest among scientists across the continent. On May 10, 1752, Thomas François Dalibard conducted Franklin's experiment in France, successfully drawing electrical discharges from clouds. Dalibard and his assistant stood on insulated pads to avoid electrocution, declaring Franklin's idea a reality. Despite slow communications, Franklin decided to experiment in a different and more easy manner using a kite. He crafted a kite from silk, believing it would withstand the wet and wind of a thunderstorm better than paper. Franklin added a foot-long wire to the kite and used hemp twine to conduct electricity. He attached a metal key to the twine, hoping it would collect charges from the clouds. As the sky darkened, Franklin and his son raised the kite, initially seeing no effect. But as the drizzle began, the string's filament stood erect, and electric sparks streamed from the key. Franklin's experiment worked, proving the connection between lightning and electricity. Historians often overlook Franklin's scientific achievements, focusing instead on his diplomacy and writings. Yet his fame as a leading scientist opened doors for him in diplomacy and nation building. Franklin's work extended beyond the kite experiment to include research on electricity, heat, ocean currents, and more. He outlined a clear process for observation, testing, and conclusions, which became known as the scientific method. Science drove Franklin's patriotism, helping to unite the American colonies and promote New World researchers. Despite his scientific contributions, many historians have dismissed his explorations as a hobby. Franklin's practical inventions, like lightning rods and efficient stoves, are often seen as mere tinkering. Yet his insights into energy, molecules, and climate were profound and influential. Franklin's demographic studies influenced thinkers like Adam Smith, Thomas Malthus, and Charles Darwin. Experimenting with a kite may seem playful, but it was a groundbreaking scientific achievement. Before Franklin, no one had designed repeatable experiments revealing the nature of electricity. Modern portrayals of Franklin often mischaracterize his contributions to science. Popular images depict him as either a foolish fanatic or a godlike figure, both inaccurate. Franklin deserves recognition for his systematic study and rich perspectives on the Enlightenment. His commitment to reason, experimentation, and tolerance remains relevant today. Scientists like Joseph Priestley and J.J. Thomson praised Franklin's contributions to electricity. Franklin's success as a newspaperman helped communicate his theories clearly and engagingly. Through the lens of science, we see a more complete portrait of Benjamin Franklin, a man driven by curiosity and wonder.